Think you've got McDonald's all figured out? Think again. Beneath those iconic golden arches lies a hidden world of surprises, secrets, and shocking truths that most people never get to see. What really goes on behind the counter? How do employees manage difficult customers without you noticing? And perhaps the most jaw-dropping question of all, what's actually in the food you've been eating? These aren't just rumors or baseless claims. We're talking about real employee confessions that will completely change the way you see your favorite fast food giant. From mind-blowing menu hacks to little-known service secrets, there are things McDonald's doesn't want you to know. And trust us, you don't want to miss this. Strap in and get ready, because we're counting down 10 McDonald's secrets only the employees know. And they're guaranteed to leave you stunned. Don't look away. You're about to find out why that Big Mac you love might just have a story of its own. 1. Employees have code words for you. Have you ever caught McDonald's employees glancing at each other or laughing while you're placing your order? Sorry to break it to you, but they might be talking about you. No, they're not gossiping in the usual way. Instead, many McDonald's locations have developed their own secret code language to describe everything from customer behavior to unique situations. Here's where it gets wild. Employees often use these codes to discreetly call out rude or difficult customers without speaking directly about it. Imagine this. You're getting a little impatient in line, and suddenly someone at the counter calls, "Code Blue." What just happened? Turns out that might be employee shorthand for a customer causing unnecessary drama. Or maybe you're trying to casually negotiate for extra sauce without paying for it. Behind the counter, that's likely called Code Happy Meal, subtle shade implying you're trying to finesse freebies. But wait, it gets even more creative. Some locations reportedly use terms like Shake Patrol for kids who are wreaking havoc in the dining area, or Fry Guy for regulars who always order the same thing. However, some nicknames can get a little savage. For example, Clown Alert might be used when someone repeatedly claims their order is wrong to get a discount or replacement items. Yeah, we see you. Surveys suggest that about 67% of fast food employees admit to using these secret codes, not just at McDonald's, but across the industry. But it's not all drama. Some codes are used to highlight kindness, like a shout-out for a generous tipper or a compliment from a customer. Moral of the story? Be polite. If you're that respectful, understanding customer, you won't end up with a behind-the-counter nickname. Otherwise, you might just become someone's code blue story for the night. 2. Fresh quarter pounder? Not always what it seems. We've all seen the ads. Fresh, never frozen beef, they tell us, making the quarter pounder sound like the star of the menu. And technically, they aren't lying. But what McDonald's employees know, and most customers don't, is that fresh doesn't always mean just off the grill. The freshness of that burger depends entirely on when you show up and how hectic things are behind the scenes. But here's how it really works. During slower hours, employees sometimes pre-cook quarter pounder patties in anticipation of incoming orders. Those patties get stored in a warming drawer waiting to be served. The thing is, they could sit in there for 20, 30, or even 40 minutes before making their way into your burger. Sure, it's still fresh beef, as advertised, but it's not exactly the sizzling, made-to-order quality you'd imagine. Now, picture this. Supply chain hiccups are more common than you'd think, especially in smaller or more remote locations. Sometimes the weekly fresh beef delivery doesn't arrive on time. What do employees do when that happens? They might swap in frozen beef patties for the so-called fresh quarter pounders. These aren't supposed to be used for your quarter pounder at all, but when it's a busy Friday night and the fresh stock is gone, corners could be cut. The truth? McDonald's saw a major sales boost when fresh beef was introduced, but employees admit the change has ramped up the pressure. Fresh patties spoil faster, they can't be pre-cooked as easily, and during rush hours, the kitchen staff has to work at lightning speed to keep up. One employee described it as great for customers, but a nightmare for us. Want the real fresh quarter pounder experience? Insiders say you should come during peak hours, like lunch or dinner time, when the grill's constantly running. That way, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a patty that hasn't been sitting around or downgraded to subpar ingredients. 3. Those legendary fries? Not as simple as they seem. McDonald's fries. That golden, crispy perfection. You might think they're just potatoes, oil, and salt, but employees know that these fries are way more complicated than they seem. It turns out your favorite side dish is less a menu item and more of a science experiment. First off, the potatoes used for McDonald's fries are special. We're talking russet, Burbank, or Shepparton potatoes, chosen specifically for their texture and flavor. But before they even reach your tray, those potatoes go through a mind-boggling 19-step process. Sound simple? Wait till you hear this. The fries are partially cooked in a mixture of oil and beef flavoring. Yep, you heard that right. That signature taste comes from beef-derived seasoning, a throwback to the days when they were fried in actual beef tallow. This detail has been a hot topic among vegetarians and vegans, especially since few people realize their fries aren't entirely plant-based. And then there's even more prep. The fries are blanched to reduce sugar content, which keeps them from browning too much during frying. After that, they're partially fried, flash frozen, and shipped worldwide. Not exactly farm to table, is it? But that's not the juiciest part. Employees know that what happens in the fryer can make or break your fry experience. Each fryer is preset to specific times and temperatures to ensure identical results in every McDonald's location. However, during peak hours, fry orders skyrocket and employees sometimes cut corners. Removing them a few seconds early is a common tactic when things get chaotic, but those extra seconds can impact crispiness and texture. Beyond that, salting fries is supposed to happen immediately after cooking for maximum flavor. However, in the rush of a busy shift, employees might skip this step or do it late, leaving you with lukewarm, underwhelming fries. But hey, here's a pro tip to guarantee you get the freshest batch possible. Order fries with no salt. It might sound extreme, but it forces employees to fry up a brand new batch just for you. Add a salt packet at your table, and voila, you've now hacked the system for the crispiest fries in the building. 4. McDonald's employees can spot your hack orders instantly. Secret menus? Hack orders! Oh, trust me, McDonald's employees know exactly what's going on when you customize that order. Sure, social media makes it look like you're outsmarting the system. Ordering a McDouble with Big Mac sauce to get a budget Big Mac? It's clever, but employees have seen it all before. They're on to you, and honestly, not everyone on the team is thrilled about it. Here's the deal. While McDonald's does pride itself on customization, there's a catch you might not have considered. Hack orders like these create extra work for the kitchen staff, especially when it's busy. Picture this scene. It's the lunch rush. Hundreds of orders are flying in, and suddenly someone requests fresh fries with no salt, demanding a brand new batch from scratch. Or maybe you're building a Frankenstein burger like the viral land, air, and sea monstrosity that combines a Big Mac, Filet-O-Fish, and McChicken all in one. While it's impressive on TikTok, employees confess that it's a nightmare in the kitchen. Surveys of McDonald's crew members reveal that almost 40% find customized hack orders a major source of stress, particularly during peak hours when locations can get slammed with up to 300 orders in a single hour. Imagine trying to keep up with all of that while also remembering who wants mayo on the side, extra onions, or fries with no salt. It's not nearly as fun for the team as it is for you. And here's a dirty little secret. That no-salt fry hack isn't a magic wand either. Employees admit that fries often get salted immediately when they come out of the fryer. If you catch them mid-shift, chances are the no-salt request might not be honored as carefully as you think. For streamlined service, employees would rather you order straight off the menu. But hey, we can't resist getting creative with our food, and they know these secret menu hacks aren't going away anytime soon. 5. The ice cream machine isn't always broken. Oh, the heartbreak of a late-night McFlurry craving, only to hear those fateful words, "Sorry, the ice cream machine is down." If this has happened to you, here's the harsh truth employees don't always want to admit. It's not always true. Sometimes that broken ice cream machine isn't as broken as you think. The infamous McDonald's ice cream machine is so well known for breaking down that it's practically a meme. And yes, the machine is tricky. It requires a long cleaning process each day where it heats to over 180 degrees Fahrenheit to eliminate bacteria. This cleaning cycle takes 4 hours, and it can't be interrupted. If you swing by during this cleaning window, you won't be getting that McFlurry, no matter how nicely you ask. But that's just one side of the story. When employees report that the machine is down, it's not always the machine's fault. Sometimes it's just employee burnout. Late at night, When staff are juggling multiple tasks, making ice cream orders becomes low priority because they're time-intensive and messy. Employees might tell you it's broken just to avoid dealing with the extra work. Here's where it gets even juicier. Some customers have caught on to this little secret and started using tools like the McBroken app, which tracks working ice cream machines in real time across McDonald's locations. Employees reportedly feel the pressure when customers double-check their broken claim, leading to some team members coming clean about what's really going on. Pro tip: if you're hunting for a cone or McFlurry, aim for earlier in the day, when the machine is less likely to be undergoing maintenance. And remember, those frozen dessert cravings aren't just inconvenient for you. During peak hours, they can throw a wrench in the entire operation. 6. Is the ice in your drinks as clean as you think? It's no secret that McDonald's prides itself on high standards of cleanliness, but employees have shared one little-known blind spot that might make you second-guess your next ice drink: the ice machines. Yes, those glorious ice-cold beverages might come with something a little extra. Spoiler alert, it's not what you ordered. Unlike fryers and grills, which are cleaned on a strict daily schedule, ice machines often follow a far more relaxed maintenance routine. According to employees, these machines don't always get the attention they deserve. And here's the real kicker: ice machines are notoriously tricky to clean. The internal components are hard to reach, and some employees aren't trained in taking them apart. Over time, mold and bacteria can build up, turning your innocent soda into something far less appetizing. You think that's bad? A 2013 study actually found that ice in fast food restaurants sometimes harbored more bacteria than toilet water. While McDonald's wasn't specifically called out, this finding sent shockwaves through the fast food world, including among McDonald's employees. An insider report from 2019 revealed that roughly 78% of fast food workers admitted their stores cleaned ice machines less frequently than recommended, sometimes less than once a month. Then there are the daily lapses. During busy shifts, an ice scoop might fall on the floor, only to be rinsed quickly and reused. Sanitized? Not exactly. The good news? McDonald's does use advanced filtration systems in its ice machines, which helps reduce some contamination risks. Still, employees say if you're worried about what might be in your ice, skip it altogether and stick to bottled beverages. It's not a major issue at most locations, but those who are extra cautious may want to play it safe. 7. Is McDonald's 100% beef as straightforward as it sounds? McDonald's proudly markets its burgers as being made with 100% beef. Sounds simple, right? But employees will tell you there's more to this story than meets the eye. Sure, it's true that McDonald's uses beef without fillers or additives, but here's what the ads don't make clear. Those patties are made from a combination of beef cuts and trimmings from various parts of the cow. This maximizes efficiency and reduces waste, but it can leave some customers scratching their heads about exactly what's in their burger. What's even crazier? While McDonald's emphasizes high quality, the sheer scale of their operation raises eyebrows. They are one of the largest beef purchasers in the world, processing over 1 billion pounds of beef each year. Employees are well aware of the strict safety and quality checks suppliers must follow to meet McDonald's demands. But here's the kicker: terms like 100% beef don't address details many health-conscious customers care about. Were those cows grass-fed, grain-fed? The ads don't specify, and employees admit they've encountered customers confused by these gaps in transparency. Not all McDonald's beef is created equal either. The burgers for items like the Big Mac and cheeseburger arrive frozen at the store, so while they're cooked to order, they're far from fresh. The only menu items that boast truly fresh beef are quarter-pounders, which represent only a small slice of what the chain serves. Some employees even report customers getting upset when they discover their Big Mac didn't come sizzling off the grill like they assumed. Want the freshest possible burger? Employees say the quarter pounder is your best bet, especially during peak hours, when the kitchen is cooking constantly. Just remember, 100% beef means there are no fillers. But if you're picturing farm to table, well, you might need to rethink that dream. 8. The Filet-O-Fish might be days old. That golden breaded Filet-O-Fish might look irresistible, but employees know the truth. It's probably been sitting around longer than anything else on the menu. While items like the Big Mac or fries are churned out non-stop due to demand, McDonald's cooks the Filet-O-Fish in much smaller batches, and you can probably guess what happens next. According to McDonald's policy, any fish fillets that remain unsold after 30 minutes in the warmer are supposed to be thrown out. Sounds good on paper, but employees admit that reality doesn't always line up. In quieter stores or during off-peak hours, managers may push staff to keep those patties for much longer than the recommended time frame, trying to minimize food waste. One former employee spilled the truth on a fast food forum, claiming that some filet-o-fish patties sit for up to an hour, and sometimes even longer. During busy times like Lent, when customers specifically flock to the filet-o-fish, this isn't as much of an issue. But hit the drive-thru during a random afternoon, and you might just find yourself biting into a sandwich that's more lukewarm dinosaur than fresh catch of the day. Industry surveys back this up. 42% of fast food workers admit to bending hold-time rules, especially for less popular items. Pro tip: if a filet-o-fish is calling your name, either hit up McDonald's during peak meal times or request a modification, like no tartar sauce or extra cheese. This forces the kitchen to make a fresh one just for you. And if you're thinking of ordering late at night, well, you might want to rethink that choice. 9. All-day breakfast? Not exactly. McDonald's made waves in 2015 when they rolled out all-day breakfast, fulfilling the dreams of hungry Egg McMuffin fans everywhere. But employees know a dirty little secret. All-day breakfast doesn't mean all of the breakfast menu. If you're expecting a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit or a full platter at 5 p.m., you're in for a rude awakening. Here's why. Most McDonald's locations simply aren't equipped to handle the regular menu and the full breakfast menu simultaneously. The grills and fryers are optimized for lunch and dinner items, so during the day only a handful of breakfast classics like Egg McMuffins, hash browns, and hotcakes make the cut. The rest? You'll be told they're not available after standard breakfast hours. Even the all-day items run into problems. Hash browns, for instance, are fried in dedicated oil, and once that oil runs out, that's it. Employees admit it's not uncommon for certain breakfast items to quietly disappear before the afternoon rush. Canadian bacon, pre-cooked scrambled eggs, all of these can run low during the day and force the kitchen to temporarily take breakfast items off the board. To get the full breakfast experience, employees suggest sticking to traditional breakfast hours. Or, if you're trying to snag a late-day Egg McMuffin, visit during late morning to early afternoon when breakfast inventory is still fresh. Just don't go expecting McGriddles after sunset. You'll probably leave disappointed. 10. The drive-thru cameras are watching everything. Think you're invisible in the drive-thru? Not a chance. Employees are quick to admit that McDonald's drive-thru cameras are more advanced than most people realize. They're not just monitoring the car line, they're focused on you. Here's how it works. Those high-definition cameras give employees a crystal-clear view of every driver who pulls up. That's right, not only can they hear your order, but they can also see you as you're screaming at your kids in the back seat or belting out the latest Taylor Swift hit. These cameras even record the timestamps for each order, letting managers evaluate how fast the team is moving. Employees say McDonald's aims to keep drive-thru times under 3 minutes, so those cameras aren't just for fun, they are part of a system designed to keep everyone moving. Oh, and don't think your private conversation is safe either. The drive-thru microphones often pick up background chatter, even when you're not speaking directly into the intercom. Staff members admit to hearing some truly wild customer moments, from arguments to hilarious mispronunciations of menu items. For the smoothest experience, employees recommend being polite, speaking clearly, and keeping your car chaos to a minimum. Just remember, in the drive-thru, they see it all. Whether you're fixing your hair, jamming to a song, or picking your nose, the McDonald's team has a front row seat. While McDonald's may seem like a simple fast food stop, there's a lot more happening behind the scenes than most customers realize. From the quirks of the drive-thru to insider tips for getting the freshest food, these employee secrets reveal a fascinating glimpse into the golden arches. Next time you visit, you'll not only know what to order, but also how to make the most of your experience. Happy dining!